Huawei has officially reclaimed the #1 spot in the Chinese smartphone market for Q2 2025. According to the latest report from IDC, Huawei has topped the list after more than 4 years, beating out major competitors like Vivo, Oppo, Xiaomi, and Apple. The report also shows shifting dynamics in the industry, with some companies facing decline, while others are pushing forward with new product launches. Huawei shipped 12.5 million smartphones during the second quarter of 2025. This gives the company an impressive 18.1% share of the entire Chinese smartphone market. Despite a slight year-over-year decline in growth down by 3.4%, Huawei's strong shipment performance and consistent demand for its devices have helped it rise back to the top. This growth is mainly driven by the successful release of 3 major products. First, the Nova 14 series, which gained popularity for its sleek design and mid-range performance. Second, the Pura X foldable phone, which attracted attention for its innovative form factor. And finally, the all-new Pura 80 flagship, which is currently one of the most popular high-end smartphones in China. Wu Wang, a senior research manager at IDC, noted that Huawei's return to the top position reflects both its strong brand appeal and effective management of product shipments. This is a big win for Huawei, especially after years of sanctions and supply chain challenges that had slowed its growth. Coming in second place is Vivo, which managed to ship 11.9 million units in Q2 2025. That's a market share of 17.3%. While Vivo's position remains strong, it has experienced a noticeable 10.1% decline in year-over-year growth. However, IDC analysts believe that Vivo might gain momentum again in the near future, especially with the upcoming launch of the X300 series. Oppo secured the third spot with 10.7 million units sold and a 15.5% share of the market. Like other major players, Oppo is also feeling the pressure of a challenging market environment, but it remains a strong presence in the Chinese smartphone space. Xiaomi comes in fourth with 10.4 million smartphones shipped. That gives the brand a 15.1% share of the market in the second quarter of the year. Although Xiaomi didn't see any major breakthroughs this quarter, it continues to hold a firm position thanks to its value-for-money offerings and broad appeal across different user segments. Meanwhile, Apple has slipped to the 5th and final spot among the top 5 smartphone brands in China. The company shipped 9.6 million iPhones during the second quarter. While that's a decent number, it only accounts for 13.9% of the market. It's a small increase from last year's 13.5%, but Apple's annual growth rate has declined by 4.9%, which is concerning. Apple's current market performance in China seems to rely heavily on government and carrier subsidies. Despite these incentives, it appears that Apple is losing ground to local brands that are innovating faster and offering more affordable alternatives. Chinese customers are showing growing interest in homegrown smartphones, which offer competitive features at more reasonable prices. Overall, the Chinese smartphone market as a whole is going through a slow phase. The IDC report mentions a 4.0% year-over-year decline in total smartphone shipments for Q2 2025. In total, only 69 million units were shipped during the quarter. Although this marks a drop, analysts believe that the market will gradually recover in the upcoming months as consumer demand picks up and brands introduce new models to spark excitement. Looking ahead, the next few quarters will be interesting to watch. Huawei's ability to maintain its lead will likely depend on how well its upcoming devices perform and whether it can keep supply chains running smoothly. The company's aggressive return to the market shows that it is far from done. Vivo and Oppo, although facing declines, are still major players with large user bases. Xiaomi continues to offer strong competition, especially in the budget and mid-range segments, and Apple, while still relevant, might need to rethink its strategy in China. It wants to keep up with the rapid pace of innovation seen from domestic rivals. In summary, Q2 2025 has brought some major changes to the Chinese smartphone market. Huawei is back on top, and the competition remains fierce. As companies prepare for the second half of the year, we can expect more product launches, marketing pushes, and perhaps even shifts in market share once again. One thing is clear: China's smartphone race is far from over.